Well, I'm living in Ventura at the moment now, and I'm working for this magazine called No Cover, and we're doing this Warped Tour issue, and which obviously I told you about, and I'm here with the editor, Tim. So you're on speaker. So Tim, Beau, Tim.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Hey, how are you?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Where are you living, by the way?
Good. I am way out in wine country now. I'm Temecula, like way out in the boonies.
Oh. All right. Have you been to that outdoor shooting range out there?
Outdoor what?
It's an outdoor shooting range.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's really cool. It's between Temecula and Murrieta, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's around there somewhere. I don't know. It's cool. I've been there once. What are you doing out there?
No, I haven't. I just moved here in January. I was in LA for like 10 or 12 years maybe.
Yeah.
And then I just got sick of seeing people taking dumps on the sidewalk. And and I lived in a super nice area of LA. I was in like Larchmont Village. And it's like, I've got like over $1 million house, but like, I have homeless people digging through my trash every day, or like sketchy people pulling up in front of my house to smoke weed, and I'm just like, now with kids, I'm just kind of like, man, that sucks. I can't even let my kids go out on the front lawn without being a little like worried that some sketchy person's going to come along. So we moved out here and we got like this big place, and I have like hot air balloons that go out, like take off almost basically in front of my house every morning. So it's just it's a totally different world.
Yeah, it's totally. My ex, his parents lived in Murrieta, so I spent a little bit of time out there, and it's way different. And also, I'm in Ventura, so for the past year, and got out of LA. It's nice.
Same thing, just way
less,
like
less,
crap.
just less.
Yeah.
Better weather. Well, for me, I don't know about for you, but better weather and then less traffic and.
I never really leave my house because I've been just studio woke, so everyone comes to me. But still, now being able to walk outside and it's just,
What are you doing? Are you producing now?
Yeah, I just produce records.
Oh, nice. What kinds of stuff are you doing?
Let's see. I do everything all over the place. I did like Bronx 4. I did Mariachi El Bronx. I did the new Census Fit records. I've done all of the Moose Blood records.
Nice.
I did this band called Era. They're like a heavy gent prog band. I just finished this band. Actually, they're from Ventura-ish. A band called Hail the Sun.
Right.
Yeah,
so you have a studio out there then. How much do you charge? If you don't mind me asking. Is it all over the board?
A lot.
Huh?
Not terribly a lot. It just depends on the project.
Depends on, okay. Yeah, I figured. Awesome. Well, I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, well, I will let Tim fire these questions at you.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
What's up, Tim?
What's up, man? Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time out for us.
Yeah, hopefully I can remember. I probably have the worst memory out of all the guys in the group, so hopefully it's going to be helpful.
We only have a few questions, two. It's like 3 questions, maybe 4. The first question is, what is the best memory you have of Warped Tour?
I think probably, I don't know if anyone, well, maybe some people do. I don't know if people necessarily have, like, best memories of Warped Tours. Unless you're probably one of the people that loved going to the after, like, late night, get super wasted, and wander around the bus lot with beers and totally blacked out drunk. I'm sure those people have a ton of great memories. But for me, I just have, like standout memories. I remember the first time, like, never hearing of Day to Remember before. And I think it was, like, in 2009, maybe. And just, like, we were playing after them somewhere on the same stage, and I had never, like, seen them before or heard anything about them or anything. And then, you know, and I got to the stage early that day, and then all of a sudden it was just like, you would have thought that, like, Led Zeppelin was playing that stage. You know what I mean? It was like the entire Warped Tour was just out front of I think it was the Hurley stage, and it was just like, man, there was like maybe 5,000 people just out front of, like, the stage, and I was like, what the heck band is playing here now? You know? And then they opened the set with, like, that like where everyone does the thing, and then, like, the whole place just exploded, and I was like, oh my god. So I don't know. For me, that was just one of those moments where you're just kind of like, wow. Like, I was totally out of touch, I guess, but for me, I felt like I was really discovering some sort of, like, new band that, like, or maybe I felt like it was like, wow, I'm, like, really late to the game on this. I should be up on this. I don't know, that was a big memory for me. You know, and then also seeing, like, those guest performance, like those every once in a while. I think it was like when Travis Barker was playing with the Transplants, and then you know, being able to, like, be backstage and walking by and, like, not knowing that they were on the tour for a little bit, and just like, whoa, shit, I think that was Travis Barker right there. That's fucking awesome. You know? You know what I mean? So just kind of, those are, like, the cool memories I think that I have. I probably have more of, like, more of the memories where it's like, dude, really? It's LA, San Diego, and Pomona, and you're making us play at Doors? Like, really? Come on. You know, like, I definitely have a couple of those memories, but for the most part, it's like, everyone knows what they're getting into when they play Warped Tour, and they know it's just going to be a beast of a tour. You know, it's going to be good, and it's going to kind of separate the men from the boys when, or hopefully that's PC to say now. You know, it's gonna separate the adults from the juveniles. You know, on that type of tour where it's just a lot of hard work.
Yeah. What has Warped Tour meant to you in your career as an artist?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Like,
what are you hoping to get?
More of, like, is there a part of it that helped elevate the career, your guys' career, or open you know, new audiences up to you guys, or?
I'd say for us it was yes and no. I think that, you know, for us, I think it was a really good experience early on because we actually got to, one of the years we got to test out our singer Cove Reaver. Anthony Green had just quit the band at maybe a few months, maybe a year, or I don't know how long, what the timeline was, but he had quit the band previously, and we were searching for a new singer, and we had already committed to play Warped Tour, so we had this Cove Reaver and then Phil from Story of the Year fill in so that we could play those shows for, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or whatever it was. So we kind of got to use Warped Tour as kind of like a gauge to see if fans would accept Cove as a singer. So that was something that was really cool.
That's cool.
Obviously, having that kind of exposure to play in front of a lot of different people can be very beneficial. But I feel like as you're going to Warped Tour as a fan, you get there and you see the bands you want to see. And unfortunately, you know, if you want to see, you know, whatever, like Saosin and Rammstein, they're both on your list. And if they're both playing at the same 5 p.m. time slot, chances are you're going to go watch Rammstein. You know, so. So, yeah, it can be great some days if the scheduling's right, and then other days it was like, oh man, like, I didn't realize nobody liked us here, and then you realize, like, oh, that's because Avenged Sevenfold was also playing this date at the same time we were. Gotcha.
All right. And I'm gonna end it with this one. Do you have a message to the Warped Tour staff and to Kevin individually?
No.
I wouldn't necessarily have a message. I think if anything, he deserves a huge congratulations for having such a long career at doing the tour, and I guess being able to expose so many new bands to new audiences, and to kind of keep that type of scene or world around, and I just think that, if you've ever tried to do a small tour, organizing a huge tour like that is no small feat, and he's been able to do it consistently for, what has it been, like 25 years or something like that now?
24th, this one.
24, yeah. So it's just crazy. As well as thinking about just the idea that he was just like this punk guy that wanted to start doing a tour of bands that he liked, and then made a great career out of it. That's such kind of a cool inspirational story.
All right,
He's
man.
done amazing, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's like really amazing.
This is like, this is, it's the last full tour, and yet next year is the 25th year. And I talked to Carrie Lee a couple of months ago, and she was saying, like, I'm sure, obviously they'll do a thing next year, but just in select cities. So,
yeah, totally. I think that's what it's going to continue to be.
Yeah,
like that.
Like Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza went for how many, 6 years, 7 years, and then now it's just once a year in Chicago. So, I don't know. Hopefully he'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Beau.
Hopefully, were those answers okay?
Yeah, everything's cool. It's definitely,
that was great.
It is great answers. It's what we needed, we're trying to figure out, like...
Thank you for contributing.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Cool.
Hey, if I'm ever out there... Okay.
I was actually just talking to, like my in-laws, and I was like, man, I hope I didn't come off such a dick. Like, I feel like I didn't have very many positive things to say, and then as I'm saying that, I'm like, I actually remembered something pretty sick. Is that okay to put in?
Yeah.
Please, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I forget where we were, but it was raining, and I think our set almost got canceled. And if you've ever kind of like been to a tour or played Warped Tour, you kind of know that, like, on those rain days, it's
especially in
Florida.
Florida.
Like, well, show up to the stage, and it's like you might play and you might not. It could get canceled, or lightning could strike, or you're gonna have to hang out under your merch tent and wait for the monsoon to pass or whatever it is. But yeah, one of those days it was like, okay, we can play. And then I think, I want to say, oh God, there's another great memory too. Sorry, it's all coming back. So, it just takes like being there mentally, right? So before I get to our big mud flood, remind me about that. I remember it was like the first day that Dillinger Escape Plan joined the tour. And Dan, I don't remember if you were on the tour for this or not, but it was the first day that Dillinger Escape Plan joined up with the tour, and everyone was like all stoked, because it was like, oh fuck, Dillinger Escape Plan's joining. So everyone was watching, and it was like straight out of a movie to where, and I think at this point in time, Dillinger Escape Plan was very like dangerous and like scary. So it was like they started to play. All of a sudden, skies like turn super dark. Lightning storm starts raining, and then obviously they just start going nuts and like throwing everything around. But like just the fact of the lightning storm and the raining and like the clouds came circling over, it was just like right out of a movie of just like something crazy supernatural is happening right here, and like just that feeling of like, oh fuck, I'm witnessing this right now. It's fucking crazy. That was super sick. And then the other awesome thing I think that happened was another time during the rain. It's like I think right when we started playing, everyone just kind of like came over to our stage, and then it started raining maybe like 2 songs into our set, and the crowd just started going nuts, and like big mosh pit, like straight out of like the new kind of like what was that? What was like the famous festival? It was a Woodstock or whatever. Everybody was kind of covered in mud.
Yeah, that one. It was in '94.
And it was like everyone just started like throwing mud everywhere, and like it was totally like just covered in mud. And the stage was kind of like backed up against the hill, so everyone started going to the top of the hill and like just sliding down this hill, and it turned into just this huge mud slip and slide. And people were just like sliding down in and like kicking out people's legs as they were watching the stage. And then like they started falling over, and then it just turned into this huge like mosh like tumble pit. And it was just, I remember like playing and just kind of laughing the entire set. Like, I can't even believe this is real right now. This is so crazy. But yeah, so those are probably 2 like awesome experiences.
That's fucking killer.
Okay, cool.